Good morning, good day, no matter where you are on the planet. I send you a big hello. I love you. I'm super excited today. Today's going to be one of my favorite days, I think, here for Friday Fuckery. And we're going to do a fun game called Family Portrait. Da-na-na-na-na. And so we're actually going to talk about. So let me get my actual. Let it grab. Dragged it around. So we're going to talk about a lot of this because this is going down right now. This is what we're going to hear. So I thought I'd play a fun little game called Family Portrait. Hello, everybody. So here we go. I posted a whole bunch of fun family pictures on Telegram this morning, and I'll just do my fun little charts for you. All right, let's start with our main contestant here on Family Portrait, who is named fake name. What's his name? Oh yeah, I was almost gonna write his white ex or his wife's name. Okay, so here we go. Now I got to do this. Me and my dyslexia. Did I say this? Oh, whoops. Here we go. There we go. I can still make it work. I'll still squish that in. Okay, this is our main contestant. Okay. And we know his fake name is, I don't know how to spell it, I'm guessing. Something like that. Who gives a crap? His real name, I'll probably spell this wrong too. Okay. Our first contestant here on Family Portrait is this Wiener Wagon right here. And Wiener Wagon will come in handy later. All right, let's see who his parents are. Now, I fucked it up in my charts video, so excuse me, children, while I redo it. Is his mom's name is I think this is spelt right again, and she apparently died. And there's a picture with her, and I'm just gonna say Michelle. Oops. See? Oh my gosh. My dyslexia is really bad some days. I got too much on my mind. Okay. So this is number one. Very important. Number two. Da 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 da. And I'm gonna screw up I'm just gonna say I can't remember how to spell her name because it's hideous. But this is definitely where she's from. All right. So, good morning, everybody. So I hope you can see that chart there, the whole thing. So, as we now have discovered through, I can't remember there's so many rumors on who the father is, but it doesn't matter who the father is because I think he's a made up person thing, a made up being. Okay. So these three I showed a picture of today. All right. Now, all four of these peeps here, their father was none other than this awesome human being. And I say that in a negative connotation. I'm trying to use positive words. So, all right. So this is the father. Okay. Now, what all of these people were born to do was, you can't see on your phone. Don't worry. Yeah, computers are great. So Schmerkel is number 2. May is number 3, and the president of Lithuania is number 4. I don't think that's really a flagged item. But their father is Hitler. All right, so this means he's the grandson. Let's just spell that out. Okay. So there's no mistaking who this bozo is. Da, 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 da. So I did post a picture of these two together when this person was Big Schmike. So you can see that person's book right before your eyes because they are changing. I think that's the name of their book. Good name. Anyhow, so this is one family portrait I'd like to point out because this person here, Schmerkel, just stepped down. Why? Okay. And I'll just say, okay, so it's because, follow me here, kids. This ding-a-ling, you're going to find out right away, started a big, huge, nasty SPY campaign. Okay. Against our favorite superhero on the planet right now. Person. Okay. Yes. Oh, and something just happened there too. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know. Something just happened, they said, in Lithuania just recently. Okay. Now I'm going to get to all of this in a second. Now, I believe this person too also bombed Syria. Okay. So this will be important later. He was in office and there was 9 countries he basically bombed. While he was in office and got the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay. So what we're seeing right now is this family portrait is getting in big trouble because there's so many financial ties to these people through trade deals and stuff. And I'm sure there's something that probably cross paths here, but we'll just put a question mark because I don't know that to be true. But I definitely know these things happened. Anyhow, and this person magically died. Okay. So people are like, that's not true because he died during, no, that was a double. So what we're seeing here is this whole thing come crashing down. This wiener here is going to get found out very quickly about the $65,000 worth of hot dogs. Because these are from emails on, I believe, 2013 or something when he was in office. So what we're seeing now with this guy getting his family portrait pulled through the mud is all of these clues and things that we've been investigating that and all of his financial ties are going to come out like so hardcore. So you're going to see financial ties between this and you know her name, HRC, and their foundation, and then you're going to see Haiti tied to that. So it's going to be all of stuff coming out because in order to bring this guy and say it's that time that he literally said it's gonna happen in the next few days. So I think maybe that's why we're all having dreams about him. I've had dreams like probably 5 times now of this clown sitting there and wiping his head and sweat and everything off. And then there's a big G.I. Joe guy right over top of him on the steps, it looks like, of the Capitol building or a federal building somewhere. He's just like, and he's wearing a blue shirt and tan pants or something, but he's just crying. And one dream I had, he's had a satellite comm on his head. So yeah, I just look at it as I'm maybe remote viewing something of something that happened a long time ago. So a lot of information, don't get boggled down with it. It's going to be the best show on the planet. This is what I'm looking at right now. I'm like, woohoo! So I was going to do a quick one about another family that a lot of people don't. Oops, I had dropped my little research thing on now. Okay, and we'll just do it. Who knows? Maybe she'll be the first one. So where did I put it on here? There we go. And the reason I think it's going to be, hello. Yes. Okay, great. Yes, that makes sense. Commonsensical says, to the point of sitting, Justice Coney was to raise our awareness of Haiti because she adopted 2 from there. Exactly. So I want to show you guys this because it was in my okay, this is the pictures I was telling you about. You can see this picture to the left-hand side, or whatever, the old picture. You can see that on Interview with the MOSSAD on Netflix if it's still up there. Okay, and there he is again, just so it's documented here. All right, so yeah, exactly, yuck. Okay, so this is how fun things are gonna come out, I think. And I've covered this before, but it's just kind of a refresher. So we'll use that guy, for example, and I'll use that term very loosely. Okay. So we just saw, could be the same guy, or I think with what we know now, it could be the same guy. I don't think it's any different guy. So then he's with our pretend hero. I think that's why Lady Di went there, to be honest, to see what went on behind the scenes. Makes sense to me. So, and then here's, oh, I should have drew this a little. The person she's been seen many times with, whoops, is this guy. Now, if you don't know who he is, it's the father of Gasoline. Okay. Now, there's also one of his children married to this person. If you didn't know that, there's a marriage there. Okay, so I should just make it like that. And I think they're sisters or whatever. I don't know what they are. I think they changed their name, by the way. And I'll show you how they do, or why they do that, so you don't remember who they are. Yes, that's right, Sheila. Some do believe that this was a man. Who knows, right? So same with this. It's just going to come out who's been one way or another. So this person apparently had 10 kids, all in total. All right, and he used to own the Daily Globe or the Daily Mail, I think it was. And then he apparently died in 91 on the boat called the Ghislaine. Okay, you can see that on Conspiracy Theories on Netflix. Okay, on assassinations. So also to this person here is a higher up I think it's his daughter. So I won't say they're CEO, but they're like a higher up in the establishment of that particular thing. And what other one am I forgetting? Oh yes, of course, this big one here. So now we know how many people are tied to this person, because this is all coming out. So the two things we're going to see revealed now, along with the thing we talked about at the beginning, is how these all tie in together. All right. And another thing we know, I think there was only 9 miles between islands. Sure, you guessed it. Da 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 da. Sloppy. Okay. Sleepy Joe. So now that we know this, he's also tied to our big friends here. We have to surround these people in light and love. That's why I say our friends. Okay. And when I say that, it's this primarily. Because what we know now is they filmed and paid for these videos. And apparently I found this hilarious. My friend sent me a funny joke the other day that says, oh, the guy that found this laptop was dead, but it was really, they killed Kenny at the end. I was laughing. I was like, damn it, you got me good. So, yes. And thank you for that, Arthur. And then don't forget, near all of these clowns is this disgusting human being whose company is named after probably what he loves. All right, so these are all clusterfucked together, all of them. And this is what we're going to see, is how the access and how they started this. So it's going to unravel all of these things. Yep. The names of the companies. And guess who will be at the top of the whole thing? You got it. Because this is how they got money throughout the entire world. And oh, and I can't forget this ass clown up here, because his nephew is married to Chelsea. There's another family portrait. And they got married at his place. So you didn't see that whole. So yes. So what will replace gas is free point energy. Yes, that's what I think. I think so. So we are going to have a big jump in our timeline, and I'll explain how that I think is going to look. So if you didn't see what's our body's going through right now, go watch Duomo and Fifth Element Goddess, because she's got a good description of that on there. Oh, Daily Mirror was Maxwell Paper. Thank you, Arthur. I knew it was a daily something. Anyways, Daily Mail is my favorite Radiohead song. Maybe that's why I had it in my head. So what I honestly think we're seeing here is, just to recap from all the things that we've learned this week and through what's going to happen, is I think the whole wide world is about to find out. I'm going to draw this crap here. This is supposed to be. No, I just did it. Who cares? That this here, with its big windows there, big window place, like a Dale right now, ironically. So this is nothing more than the head office of a corporation called United States of America, right? That's what they changed. It's supposed to be for, I think, is the original word back in 1871. Yes. So now, I have a feeling T and family have never spent even one night. I agree, because underneath here, that's a good call. They said they've never slept in here, and I'm like, I'm totally in agreement with you. I've always thought if this was planet Earth, they probably slept in something up here. If I would, I would. You want to go off planet in a totally protected environment? Sure. Boom, you're there. Anyways, so we're seeing this fall apart, and that is why it will be the last, because this is gone now. That this whole thing is gone. So with on January 11th, there was the EO 959. I'll just put it in plain terms. I think there was over 200 companies gone in one day. One day. I think that's what it's supposed to be. But you know what that was? Basically, that showed people that even with this gone, this, wow, which people don't know, it's, whoops. I don't know how it is, but I think I'll just say this for each. I don't know what the correct terminology is. Okay, so now it's this, back to the way it was before in this year. So let's just catch up to speed from November 2nd, 2020, and that executive order signed that day called this commission. I believe they had 120 days or something from that day. That brings us to around here. Well, you can all see that. Yes, thank you, Arthur. And this makes him number, all right, of this. Okay, that's what I think's happening. So this is a recap, slow recap. But these two things, this executive order right here, holy shit, what that does for the United States alone. First of all, it's part of something we all have been waiting to hear lots about, because it returns it back to, okay, so it's fulfilling one of the things from there, okay? So when that happens, we're gonna see this go to this physically, and it'll be held through something that will scare most sleeping people, okay? And my guess is that my favorite military man is going to step in and take this through that 120 days. Now, all they're doing is upholding the Constitution. Even if this happens in Canada or anywhere around the world, all they're doing is upholding the citizens' basic human rights in that country. Okay, they're not there to drag you off anywhere or anything like that. Yeah, I wish it was 17 too, Bethany. That would be cool. So, what has happened through this particular order showed a lot of sleeping bankers and stuff that they're not taking any bullshit, period. All right. And yeah, I guess that too, Arthur. He'll still be in the person they look up to too, as well too. But the country still has to go through a vote. Now, one of my pals, I won't name her name because I don't know if she wants me to, but I'll just, you know who it is. I was just talking with her on the phone, and she asked what's going to happen in Canada. And I said, I'm just going to throw a guess out there. And I wish I had my globe here handy. But I'll guess that BC and Alberta and perhaps Ontario. BC and Alberta are very closely tied financially, anyways, to the United States, and so is Ontario. But actually, every province is, but they're probably the most. Alberta, I've always described Calgary as like a mini Dallas, Texas, because it's just cleaner, though. And no, I haven't been to Dallas, but Calgary is the fourth cleanest city in the whole world. So I do know that. We do have a very clean city. But anyhow, there's a lot of oil business here. So what might happen when we have our leader arrested, which I think is imminent in the next few months, we'll see that, if not, because he's tied to the first guy I mentioned financially. Trudeau and him, bromance. All I got 2 words to say to you, BlackRock. Go look at how many companies BlackRock has invested in, and also go look at British Columbia Investment Management Corp, I believe. So this is what I am guessing. I'm not predicting, I'm guessing. I'm guessing we might see. All right, this is just a guess. My opinion. Always got to state that. You do your own research. I've said that from the beginning. So what I think we're going to see in Canada is, I'll use my province for example. Good old Alberta. Okay, this is what we know about Alberta. It is an oil and gas province. And guess what else we produce a lot of here? Alberta beef. That's what they promote a lot of. Okay, but truly, our biggest resource here under the radar has been this. And so in Calgary, let's just speak for Calgary. I've lived here on and off for almost 30 years of my life. No, 25 years of my life. So over half my life has been spent in this beautiful city. Okay. So our mayor, we all know, has ties to weird looking flags. I'll just put flags here. And he puts them up at any inappropriate places. All right. Now, there's a reason that another executive order was signed yesterday. Somebody asked me, why would he sign this thing? And I'm going to put it up here because it'll make sense to this whole, I'll just call it this. So basically, you get in big trouble if you do that. And the reason we're going through that part is because even this person has ties to people who aren't necessarily bad religiously, but he's tied to people like, so we all know the Corporation of Religions. I'll just say, so he's part of the bad group. And the good people who actually have like This is why these terms, because most people don't know the difference. Most people walking around there, the earth, don't know the difference. And when they find out that this has been manipulated just to get to, okay, I'm just going to put it like this. Okay. So when they're doing this, they've used this as the coat of shield, and they've used this through this country to I guess make us feel guilty, after World War II, all this stuff. So I think the executive order was put in effect to protect a lot of innocent people that just don't know what's going on. They just go to church every day, they go to the wall every day, they practice their faith every day, and they have nothing. Because I'm telling you, some of these people that live in the more rural, and I'm just speaking because I used to live in a lot of these, they're not the first Black person I ever saw, and I remembered and recalled as a full grown, or it was probably a 12, 13 years old up in northern Alberta. I don't know what to say. So when you don't have that cultural balance until you move to a city, people can be a little bit sheltered. We'll just say sheltered. So not to mention all the crap they just do to it. Yes, I agree. So here we have it. What's happening right now in our particular province is we're going to find out, and here's our lovely premier. Oops. I tried to fix it. So this guy used to, for I think 6 to 7 months, was the Minister of Defense. Hilarious. I'm like, what the F did you do, buddy? And it was during the times where he was used. So, and then we'll go to, and we'll speak from what I think is happening. So I already think these two people have been replaced. And then we'll talk about this dingbat right here and his family tree. So we all know Castro dad and his mom. I'll just say, can't see that last name Sinclair. Okay. Anyways, so this guy here, all of these people, I know for sure, have gotten in to their positions right now, and this guy in my province here, through the same machines as this clown, the exact same ones. They have financial ties to here we go. This guy and this guy and this guy. And it's all done through uranium, believe it or not. And the deals that this person's son made with these people here. So it's literally going to be a pull one thread and it all comes out. And I said a long time ago that I always thought Obama would be the good one to pull out as the plug on the shit drain, because he was the 44th, and he signed an executive order preventing any of these ass clowns in government from being arrested, or had, like, they were all given immunity. Well, why? If you went through the timeline, it's on my videos. Go through my videos, and it's called When Did It Happen? It's a good recap, but I'll just quickly go through very quickly what was supposed to happen. So we know that on this date, was in office, okay? And we also know that at 10 o'clock a.m., this was supposed to be announced. The new system announced. Okay. Now, fast forward it to the next dingbat that was in office. Fast forward it to the very next two people, and see, there I go again. And this ding-a-ling. And don't forget who the secretary was. HRC and Race and okay, I think this was right. Okay, so she basically made deals with people along the way to do certain things. But in this time frame of these people, what actually took place was the hiding of stuff, a lot of information. And all of this going on. So we also saw the unfortunate tragedy of this happen on September 11th, 20, I want to say 13, somewhere in there. And it was because they found out that this guy wasn't who they thought he was when they killed him. It wasn't. So you can see how much corruption due to the timeline with these people, because at the same time, this foundation was taking billions of dollars with funneling it through. And that includes our stupid prime minister too, is involved in that. So this guy and this guy and this guy, they're all, I hope you can see that. There you go. So that's what's going on. So all of this timeline is about to be exposed, because what this dingbat did with signing that executive order was, and putting this particular thing into motion with this man, is he turned the tables, and now everything that he didn't find on this person, everything in the last 4 years now is unraveling, and everything that the good people have collected on video, on DVD, on dossiers, financial records, you name it. That's what this is all about. It's about, okay, don't forget who the vice president was during this time. Let's not forget him. So I think it's about all of this. Just, I'm doing a happy dance. Personally doing a happy dance. Yes, they didn't do, oh, another one, Dutch step down. So let's name all the people who stepped down that we know. And maybe Trudeau will do the same thing. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh, Trudeau stepped down. Really? Did he now? Did he die of COVID? We can only hope. Let's all put that in our love and light wishes. Trudeau step down from office. So what I was going to get to with Alberta, before I get carried away with the rest of the stuff here. Okay. Before I get carried away. What I think is going to be happening is, because of all of our financial ties already, and British Columbia is the same way. They have little Vancouver there. Everybody knows Vancouver's little Hollywood, and that's going to be taken away. But they do have a very good, healthy movie industry with normal people there as well. I don't believe that everybody in the movie industry is corrupt. Okay. Um, so that being said, there's still going to be a push where, say, Trudeau steps down and we go into martial law, then what? We're going to have a chance, I think, just like the United States does, to vote. And the vote will be, do you want to go with the Republic, or do you want to stay with this dink of a system you've been trying to use up here the whole time? And financially, from a 3D point of view, I can tell you, because of the financial, and there's a lot of people here with dual citizenships, they're going to think, Yahoo, drop the borders, let's go. So I can see a lot of people, when they realize the financial benefit and the fact that 200, and they see what the removal of CHINA from the United States has done. I'm just going to say the US from now on. From the US, what's going to happen is, I think there's going to be a lot of people here that are like, what? Trudeau is a criminal? Woo! Okay, well, maybe I can eat a little bit shit pie with my opinion that I've had about Trump, seeing that he's pulled the country out of a crap situation and he's giving people a lot of money and electricity. I think free point energy and all this stuff. So when people are seeing debt forgiven because he's taken down the Fed, like, who's gonna say, like, oh, I can't stand Donald Trump, he got rid of all my debt, what an asshole? Like, come on now. Like, who the hell is gonna say that? Who? No one. No one. Everyone's gonna be like, and he erased the whole world from the thing we don't want to talk about, HT. I'll just say HT. So who is gonna say that he's a big jerk? I don't get it. I don't get that mentality. There will be a complete shift in consciousness, even if it's one in a 3D way where they realize that they're being freed of debt. I've been free of debt for a long time, because if I've ever owed somebody money, like, say, a telephone company for fraudulent charges they've charged me, I just write on there, I don't understand. And if they try to get collectors, you can't suck blood from a stone, dude. I don't care. I don't care if my credit's shitty. I hope it's 420 exactly. I've been hoping for that for years. I haven't had credit for a long time. So, oh, thank you. So I wanted to show everybody the tree painting without dumping it in my fish. So I did some more colors on it last night, and yeah, it's coming along. And I'm gonna use this as painting that I'm gonna start with the kids. So yay, guess what happened? So I'm gonna go on, not next Tuesday or Thursday, but the following week. I probably won't be filming that day until later in the evening, because I'm going to Hogwarts, teaching them some art. There's 20 kids at an unschool here in town, and I'm gonna go teach them paper mache and some art. So yes, thank you. Uh, I'm just looking at all of that. So he paid all student debt. Kim Gogon said that. Yay. Okay, good. We just got a brand new voter cards in the mail for a whole new household, new precincts, but now I wonder, will we be voting again soon? I don't think so. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't know, but you're maybe voting on something different, a different system. I think that because it's now going to a different uh, way of doing business in the world. It's just a completely different way, because when that executive order from November 2nd pops in fully on March 3rd, March 4th, all the information that is the truth has to be released by then. That's part of it. Read the whole thing. It says that it needs to be factual, and that's what I think is happening. So, I've had no debt for 20 years. Yeah. I don't know. Hello. Allegra's favorite color. Okay, good. Because hi Allegra. I hope you weren't watching the whole thing because I was swearing, but how are you, my princess? Okay, so I'm gonna teach you and Allegra how to do this painting. Um, uh, we're probably gonna start it on sapling episode 4. Episode 3, we're doing a color wheel later. So yes, um, yes, that's exactly what it's supposed to be, Samantha, is the light life tree. So why I decided to paint this is I was looking at it and I'm like, as I was painting it, I was putting all of these experiences down here I was putting a lot of thought into my past experiences. And so I left them as flowers, not dead leaves, flowers in the field as my past experiences. But all the people that I'm connecting to and meeting this year, I've put them and in throughout my life, I've put them in here and I'm still not done. So I look at this as the tree of life, my tree of life. But I'm gonna paint a little sapling right over here too. So that's what it. So we missed and he swears, so all good. Okay, yay. All right. So I'm gonna do a card reading because I love you all. She wasn't watching, I'm cooking. Okay, good. Yay. I'll just make sure I don't swear when I'm just kidding. If this is the second time, I'll just let you know. I'm gonna have to read this card because it's the second day in a row I pulled out my deck from the box, and this is on the bottom, the hot card. So, hello, Lowell. Hey, Lowell, did Lily and Nicholas watch the Sapling episode 1 yet, or episode 2? There's 2 of them out there, so Trump can be the Trump can be the Trump. Yes. Um, yes, exactly. Okay, so here we go with the card reading. Let's place ourselves in our highest of light and love. There's another one that popped out. We might get 3 today. Excuse me. So that we can clearly see, think, feel. Oh, there's another one right there. Okay. Yay. You sent her vibes and she came in. Hi, Allegra. We're gonna do this painting one day on my YouTube for kids. All right, I got 3 cards here. Any guesses today? Aw, dang, the sapling won't get there until February. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people having a lot of problems getting the book. Yeah, well, maybe you can just keep watching the program and excuse me. Okay, so the first card that popped out was the hawk, I said, that was on the bottom, which is number 11. All right. The second card that popped out is the truth. Oh, I've got goosebumps everywhere again. Okay, and you think abundance and surprises. Here comes the sun. Um, oh, I love it, you guys. This is the best message ever. The swan. So how I read these cards, the hawk, the truth, and the swan, just from an is exactly what we talked about, is getting messages of the truth and transformation and trusting your psychic gifts. And it is a perfect message for today. I thought yesterday's messages were really good too. So, and this is the books that we read them from. Hold them up. And so number 11 is the hawk. When hawk appears, expect a message to be delivered to you and aid you in your quest. Perhaps a phone call from a friend will help solve a mystery, or a chance meeting with someone may solve a riddle. You may literally see writing on a wall or overhear conversation between strangers that reveals your own answers unexpectedly. You will know it when it happens. Be open to messages from others and be aware of omens and signs in nature. The world is constantly attempting to communicate with us, but we human beings have forgotten how to listen. So remember who you are, an intrinsic part of the great mystery of life. Listen and learn. This is the gift of the hawk as he soars into your life from Avalon skies. Boop, 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 boop. I know, swan again. I love it. So the truth card is truth in word and deed is what is required of you by drawing this marker, as well as resonating with your own personal truth. It is important now to demand the same from others. In every person, there's a vibrational energy that's accessible by slowing down and searching within to inquire. Is this real? Am I hearing truth from another, or is it a lie? Am I speaking honestly myself, or am I lying to manipulate circumstances to get what I want? Remember, even a white lie will cause your light to fade and lose power. A lie takes you down into the lower vibrations of ego world, ruled by separation and limitation, and it's seduction of the lower world, and it serves no one but the forces of darkness. This marker reminds you to remain in the light, even if it seems like the more difficult path. There's one wondering viewers when I say that. Truth will build a bridge across a chasm. Truth will lend a magic wand of strength and integrity. Truth is freedom. Truth is freedom. And the swan represents a transformation of one state to another, right? From the ugly duckling to the beautiful swan. That's what we're all going through, the whole world. This signals a period of growth that will ultimately be life-changing. Woo-wee! The swan says that you may change so much that you do not recognize yourself in the end. That's what I think we're all going to be like. I can't believe we drove cars. I can't believe we painted pictures like this. I can't believe I wore glasses. I can't believe that we had phones that were from 1947. I can't believe any of this stuff. How could we have lived like this and not known? Most important, it's time to honor and love this change within yourself. For then only the most beautiful reflection will shine back at you from the mirror of your life. The swan says, dive in, you will love who you become. It also reminds you that you need to trust your intuition and your psychic gifts to guide you as you go through the process of wonderful human and ultimate change. Wonderful and ultimate change. I don't know why I threw human in there, because that's what I was supposed to tell you. The swan is the companion of the high priestess who has the ability to part the mist that serve to separate Avalon from the physical world. The swan can dive into the lake on her behalf and find treasure that human eyes cannot see. The swan reminds you to see with your heart and listen with your spirit, and the whole world can be magically transformed. Yay! That's right. First will be last, last will be first. That I agree. Oh man, got some gooeyes in my eye. Anyways, I'm super excited about everything. I'm just sitting back, feeding my Telegram all the relevant stuff from going through what I can pull off my Facebook. If you have not gone through my Facebook photos, go through there. There's tons of good information that still has not been removed. So, yes, it's yay. Okay. So I think that's all for my show today. It's almost holy. I always go like, wow, it's already almost an hour long, but I really appreciate and I'm so grateful for everybody tuning in. And I actually pulled the 11 card at I think about 11:11 my time. So there you go, and it was 111 because that was about 9 minutes ago. Isn't that cool? Aren't we just in a cool little sync of fun and happiness? So I think everything is working out very beautifully. We're all exactly where we're supposed to be. And keep yourself grounded in your meditations and your light and love. Don't get caught up in this storyline of what's happening too much because it's happened already. It has already happened. There's a lot of stuff being thrown out there to sway your faith in your own plan, and just trust yourself. Trust yourself is a Blue Rodeo song. You should listen to it. I love that song. So I'm going to go, what am I going to do today? Oh yeah, I'm going to sew on my tree curtain, and I'm going to go for a really long walk because it's going to be beautiful today. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody that, sorry about spreading misinfo. Oh, you're not spreading anything. We're all asking questions, trying to figure out shit. This is what I think is going on. Literally what I think is going on is it's like a paintball. Like, this is all the information out there, and we have to pick out which ones. Okay, this pink one, look at it. Okay, that's not quite accurate. This one might be a little closer. So that's what we're all doing, is discernment, and letting, that's what these swan cards all about, is using your intuition and trusting the truth that's coming out now. So just trust your own intuition, trust your intuition with stuff. So you thought that was funny. Oh, wait till tonight. I'm going to do a painting show, chill out with Raven, later tonight. And so if you want to tune in, and I was going to record the sapling, but I'm going to leave that for tomorrow, Saturday morning, so Lowell and the kids can get caught up. And I will call you after, my darling. And or you want me to call you now? Do you want to be on the show? Is that what you want me to do? I don't have you right here. Or call you after. Yeah. So I appreciate all of you. I really do. I love you all. So light and love on your journey, and have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.